Because I believe if the holiday calendar itself, it is not coming in that drop down, okay, in the manage time of structures. Most probably it is a permission issues, okay, but you just verify, okay, and let's see, because this is something I have also faced in the past. I believe it was fixed by SAP or long back. I did it, okay,
Yep.
but you just check it out. Hmm.
Yep. Yep. Done.
So
We
with
will.
that note, let's then get started, and we will be going through continue with that session. So let me open up that one. So let me share my screen. Meanwhile, I'm logging into the system. Just give me a minute. So let me share my screen.
Hi, Niladri.
Hey, hi, sir. Thanks for joining in.
Thank you. How are you?
Good, good, good. You're also doing good. You're enjoying your time.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's then get started. And in the first section, in the previous sessions, we talked about the different types of work schedule and all. Okay. In this session, we'll try to do one of the work schedule, will be creating it. Okay. So how do you create, and whatever you are capturing here, same thing you will be capturing in your workbook. Okay. As I was saying that you will be also capturing those things in the workbook. Okay. So either you have already captured in a EC workbook, or if you have not done it, generally in the time tracking workbook, take your time and you capture those details. Okay, because this is something the work schedule and all. Sometimes some people capture it in the EC workbook also. Okay, so that is something I have seen in the past. Okay, but it is also have to have there's nothing wrong in capturing in the time workbook also. Okay, you can have a separate section here saying what schedule. Okay, and in that you can capture. Okay, so this is something I will highly recommend. Okay, so you can separately create a sheet here, and you can mention this is your work schedule or period work schedule, whatever you can call it. Okay, and here you can decide like the type of work schedule. Okay, the day model. Okay, day model, your shift schedule. Okay, you can capture different information, the data points which will be capturing here, so mostly the shift one. Okay, so you can have a normal shift, an ORM. Okay, or accordingly you can say maybe based on your requirement. Okay, early shift. Okay, or early, or you can say late night shift, based on your requirement you can capture all those things. Okay, so we will be seeing practically one of those such model, and we will try to create one. Okay, the standard exercise which we'll be doing. Okay, so let's say the scenario, just try to understand the scenario. Let's say XYZ, a particular organization, they want to build a 40-hour work week. Okay, schedule for so and so countries. Okay, to support their work schedule, you have to create a work schedule day model, and you have to capture them in the period model. Okay, so in the morning, in the previous session, we talked about three different varieties of model, and we will be capturing one of those model today. Okay, so let's say the first task goes like this. So you have to create a work schedule, day model records, and we will be creating, let's say, 2-day model. Okay, one is you can see one is 8-hour working day for 5 days. Okay, another it's like your, let's say, non-working days for any kind of weekends. Okay, Saturday, Sundays. Okay, that is something we will be creating. This is the first task we will be doing. Then after doing the day model, okay, we will be creating a work schedule. Okay, so the work schedule will be looking like this. It will be 5-day work week for US, let's say, and these are the different field values. Okay, definitely these are the things you will be, whenever you're talking to a customer, you will be capturing these fields also. Okay, so what things you will be going in your Excel sheet. I'm also talking about the workbook parallelly. So generally in the exercise, whatever you will do, you can capture this entire Excel or entire table here in your workbook as well. Okay, if you are doing from scratch. Okay, so that is something you can capture easily here. Okay, so you just plan it around accordingly. Okay, So this is the exercise which you're doing. The first one is a day model we'll be creating. Second is work schedule we'll be creating. That is the second task. Okay, we'll be creating two different work schedules. Okay. Then what else? So we will be mapping those work schedule days to the day model. Okay. So the day model will be out of the 5 days, 7 days. 5 days we'll be following one model. That is a work 8-hour work model. Another 2 days we will be following a non-working day model. Okay. So this is how we will be capturing these details. Okay. So this will be, we will be quickly do this. And can anyone will try to say from if I am to create this day model, how do you start it? Any idea? How do you start creating this? From where to start? Any idea?
Manage data.
Any guess? Mhm.
Is it manage data?
Yes. So manage data, definitely you can go there. Okay, or you manage time of structure also, because I told you that all the things, okay, you can create using manage time of structure or manage data. If I go to manage data also, let me see. If I go to manage data, so here we do have an option called work schedule day model. Okay, so that is what we are going to capture. So we will be seeing, first of all, before we create, let's see the existing one. Okay, work schedule. You can see it's already there. And a typical work schedule day model looks like this. Okay, so if I'm having something here, let me see. This is the work schedule day model. Let it is coming up. Okay. So this is a work schedule day model for an early shift. Okay. And what you can see here, the segment. Okay. So in the segment, you will be seeing this is the time segment 5 a.m. till 2 p.m. Okay. And here the shift classification they have mentioned here, this one. There is external code, and this is your day model, regular day model. They are saying it. Okay. So this is a simple. How does it look like? How does a typical what schedule day model looks like? We have seen here. Okay. If you see further, that has been the segment has been decided here, defined here. Okay. So now in a similar fashion, we will be creating a day model, what schedule day model for us. Okay. So either you can create it from the managed data, otherwise the managed time of structures is nothing but it is a subset of your managed data only. Okay. If you don't have to remember another transaction, you can directly remember managed data. Under that you will be having. Otherwise, managed time of structure also same thing. So managed time of structure, if you even if you go there, so you will be finding same transactions there also. Okay, manage time of structure, but exclusively the time specific things you will be finding. All the objects related to the time tracking you will be finding there. Okay, so here also, if I go to create work schedule day model, I can create the same here. Work schedule day model, and I can start creating work schedule day model like this here. Okay. So as per the exercise, what we say here, so as per this exercise says that the name of the record should be, the first record should be this one. Let's say 8-hour workday US. Okay. So where should I put it here? External name. So you can see the field name exactly we will be putting here. 8 hours US or any other country, whatever you are using. Okay, accordingly. And time recording variant, here it is a duration based. What are the other options here you will be seeing here? It should be based on the clock time as well. But here, let's say we are considering in this work schedule, it is a duration based. Okay. Otherwise, it can be also clock time based. So let's say it is not, you're not following a work schedule. Rather, it is based on your clock in and clock out time. And accordingly, this is defined. Okay. In that case, you have to use the clock times. Okay. Otherwise, this is mostly the duration based. Okay. So that I'll choose duration based here. Then shift classification. So shift classification, they have not given an option here, so that I will leave it blank. Okay. The next option is planned hours and planned hours and minutes. Okay. So the planned hours I can see this is the one. This two I have to fill it up. It is 8 hours, and this is also as soon as I type 8, automatically this is falling. Okay. It is automatically updating hour and minute. Okay. So I just verify it is correct. Okay. Country. So country I will be choosing. So at present, they have, okay, so this one country I will be choosing, let's say USA. USA, yeah, United States we have. Then similarly, external code for our understanding, we can make sure we are using this one, external code. Okay, so I think this is the standard configuration, and this is enough to start with. And if you're classifying the shift accordingly, you can also do it for your reporting purpose or any identification purpose. If you are, so let's say you're defining this is the early shift or a late shift or a night shift, okay, that you can do it also. Okay, so for now I'm just leaving it blank. Okay, and similarly there is a rounding, all the things it is also there, but again not required from the beginning. Okay, so now for now I will save it. So this is the process you need to follow whenever you are creating a work schedule day model. So this day model is for what? This is for a working day. Okay, so on a working day, if you are having you are following 8 hours of working, okay, for 5 days in a week, so you can follow this day model for 5 days. Okay, so that is why we say it is a work schedule day model with a 8 hour work day for one of the countries. So this is the way you can create a work schedule day model for any country. So here I have put 8 hour. Maybe some other country, some other organization, you are following 9 hour. You can create it for 9 hour, then followed by the country name. Okay, you can create it. So this is the way you have to create a work schedule day model. Yes, please go ahead. Any questions, Ranjan sir?
Hi, Niladri. My question is related to shift classification. I can see from the list that it shows early and late and night. So suppose in a company we have a situation of two set of people. Some set of people are normal office goers who are 8 hours duty normal shift, say from 10 to 5 or something like that. And we have another set of people who are like in shift. So for them, the three shifts are suitable. This is fine. But if I have to, I want to capture everybody in a shift environment. So in this case, if I want to put some another shift type, say normal, something into the shift classification, can we do that? So that all employees are covered in some or other shift.
Huh, huh. So shift classification, what you see here, this is primarily here, if you take action and make correction, mostly
Hmm.
three varieties of find you will be finding here. Okay. Other than that, you will be finding also there is an option you can add your own way. Okay. So you can see there is a add shift classification if you want to do it as a normal
Great.
shift. Okay. So I can
Okay.
simply go ahead and I can
Okay.
simply create a normal. So SAP is very flexible in this case.
Yeah.
I can create a normal, and I will choose this is for USA only. Okay, on the fly I can create it, and I will say this is a normal shift. Okay,
Fantastic. Okay.
normal
Thank you. Thank you.
shift, normal SHIFT, normal shift, and I can simply save it here. Okay, so now next time onwards, whenever I am trying to create it, okay, I will be seeing four options here. So in the shift classifications, so now I can see early shift, late shift, night shift, normal shift also. Okay. So this option I
Excellent.
can choose. This is up to you how you want
Yeah.
to do it. Okay. This is
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
much flexible. Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it clear?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
Okay. So thanks for that question, by the way. Okay. So this is the way you have to create a day work schedule day model. Okay, and if you want to do, so let's say create a something again. Okay, so let's say I want to, so now I have done it for a 8-hour working day. Okay, and I want to create it for another 2 days which are weekend. Okay, or weekday, sorry, weekend off. Okay, so I will follow the similar principle. I will be creating again work schedule day model, the second exercise. Okay, which in the I was saying I will follow the same thing, work schedule day model, but for the remaining 2 days. So now I have used in this exercise the first column value. Okay, so if you have seen, I have strictly followed this one, values for the record one. So let's say I have two non-working days for a week also. So then in that case, I will be utilizing these values. Okay, so let me do it. Okay, so what I will do, I will be choosing non-working days for another two records. Okay, for those 2 days I will be using a separate day model. Let's say it is non-working day US. Non-working day US. And the time recording variant, let it be duration based only, not a time sheet based. Planned hours will be 0 because it's okay. So I will say 0. Automatically it should pop up here. Okay. Planned hours and minutes 0 at 0. Then it will be, let's say, USA specific. I will choose USA. Then external code, what they are offering here, let's see. Okay, this is the external code, non-working US. Yeah, I will use the same thing, non-working day US. Okay, so now simply I will save it here. So this is as simple as how do I create a work schedule day model. So the both the model we have created, one for working, another for non-working day. Okay, so now after this is done, what is the next step? We'll try to understand. Okay, so this is the first exercise. First task is creating the work schedule day model. We have created two models now today. Okay, one for 8 hours working day, and there is a non-working days for 2 days, right? So after this is done, we have to create a work schedule. Okay, so we have to create a work schedule. What is the period model? Utilizing the 5-day work week in US using the given values, okay, in the table. Okay, so this is our values. Okay, this is also for any countries if you're working. I'm just, although I'm saying it for US, for any other countries, okay, you are deploying this kind of a work schedule, very much similar. Okay, you have to utilize 8 hours per day. That means if you're working for 5 days, it will be 40 hours, and average hours per month will be this much, average per year will be this much. So this kind of values you will be capturing here. Okay, so now I'm going to create a work schedule. Okay, and the day model will be looking like this, right? So what I need to do, so now after doing the day model, I will be creating a work schedule now. Okay, so now this one is a work schedule day model. Okay, so you do not get confused between work schedule day model and work schedule. So first of all, we'll be creating the day model. Then in the next configuration, what I will do, I will go to the next configuration and I will be creating a new work schedule. Okay, so after creating the day model, we will be modeling that in this work schedule. Okay, so that is how it is called as a work schedule. Okay, so I'll be using the exactly the same values in the as in the guide, and same values also I'll be capturing in the workbook also. Okay, so the values what they are saying, whenever I go to work schedule, these are the values I'm having here. Okay, so the search field US, country US. Okay, so search field is what you can see. Search field means by what you will be searching, so that you will be getting that your work schedule. Okay, so search field I have chosen US, country also I'll be choosing US. So let's say I'll be choosing US. Then what is next? Is it an individual work schedule? No, because we are creating for generic. Okay, so you will see here, is individual work schedule? No. Okay, similarly the model is we are choosing period model here. So there are different three types of model we have seen in the earlier session. So we will be utilizing one of that model here, that is known as a period model. So model selection, you can see Okay, so you can see you can choose either a simple period or a schedule model. We'll be using the period model for now. So whenever you will be doing this as your of your own, you try to create using simple, try to create using schedule, and just to let me know the difference, what the difference you are getting. Okay, so we will be choosing for this exercise purpose, we'll be choosing the period model now. Okay, so let's say once I choose period, you can see there is a change in screen. Okay, these fields were not there earlier. Okay, so this fields came automatically popped off once I choose the model. So if I choose any other model, according the screen also will vary. Okay, so you can observe that of your own. Okay, so based on the model you choose, the screen will be varying here. Okay, so now as for this exercise, or as for this so assignment, we will be choosing a period model, and accordingly we will be filling it up the other values whatever we are having. Okay, the next one is a time recording variant. Again, it is a duration based. We are not saying clock in clock out based, rather it is a duration based. Okay, so there is a duration or is a clock time, so we'll be choosing duration based. Okay, same goes with the SIP classifications. So let's say we will be choosing normal shift. Okay. Then next is your the count. Okay. Average number of hours, all the things will be average hours per day, week, month, and year. So we will be choosing the standard values. 840 average 8 per week. It will be 40. Okay. So if you remembered where you used to get these values in your SAP HCM, can anyone tell which info types?
007.
Exactly. So that is our info type where
No,
you used to have all these values appearing there, right? So enter all these values here. Average working days per week, let's say 5 days. Okay. So now after doing all this exercise, the last part of this is we have to have a external code. Okay. So let's say this is a schedule for our benefit. We will choose, let's say Monday to Friday US. Yeah, so this is your external code here. You'll be entering here. Okay. And what else we have to use? So accordingly, we will be choosing the starting date also. Okay, so let's say, so here in this exercise purpose, we'll be using starting date is 1st of April. Okay, we'll be choosing this as a value. Okay. Other than that, what else we have to fill it up? The this section. Okay, so this section, what does it say? What schedule days for period model. Okay, so here you will be finding day category day model. Okay, so how do you model it? So here what I will do, so I will be choosing the day one. Okay, so as I choose a value, automatically the next field value will be appearing here. Okay, so let's say I'll be planning it for the entire 7 days a week. Okay, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's say out of the 7 days, okay, so what I will do here, okay, so here category wise, because I'm following the day model, not a planned working days. Okay, let's say I'll be choosing day model here everywhere. Okay, so if you see the exercise also, for all the 7 days we will be following the day model as a category. Okay, so that means I'm just connecting the dot here. The 2 day models which we have created, those 2 day models only we will be using. In which day which model to use, that is up to us. Okay, so first of all I will fill it up all the categories now. Okay, the day model, and what I will do next, let I will tell you. So all the 7 days I filled up with a day model. Then your planned hours. Okay, so let's say out of 7 days, 5 days you're working, and 5 days, 2 days you're non-working. Okay, so here what you can do. Okay, so planned hours. So it will be your 7. Okay, so 8 hours per, let's say 5 days. Okay, 8, 8, 8, 3, 4, 5, and let's say this is 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, Then what will happen? So if you go for the planned hours and minutes, again, this will be your 8 hours, 0 minute, and all these things you can maintain here. Okay, 0, 0, 0. This is also same. These are all one-time activity whenever you are configuring in your system and all. Okay, just you need to do it once. Okay, so this will be 0, 0. I will not be adding anything here anyway. This will be by default 0. Okay, so this is a number format they have to follow. So we have to follow 0, 0.00, let's say colon 0, 0. I think now it is allowed 0, 0, 0, 0. So let me try to save it now. Okay, external name is required, so something is missing. Okay, oh, okay, this one. So external name is what? So here we can give a name to this our schedule, maybe 5 days. Same name we can give it here. External name. This is we can choose. This is a name. Yeah, Monday to Friday, US. Okay. So now I think we are done. So let me save it. Okay. So why? What is the error is coming up? Can anyone guess?
Saturday,
What is
Sunday,
the mistake we have done?
non-working.
Huh. So what is the
Saturday,
mistake
Sunday.
we did it? So what is saying? If you choose day model as the
Saturdays.
category, you have to choose day model. If you choose day model as a category, you cannot enter planned hours. Okay. So if you choose day model as a category for day two, you have to choose a day model. Okay. What does it mean? Can anyone? There are 16 errors I got it. Okay. If you choose day model as the category for day one, you have to choose a day model. What does it mean? The first sentence itself, they are repeating the same thing. If you see here, if I click details here, okay, so the day model was not by default appearing in the same screen. This is a mistake. Pretty much people do it in the beginning. Okay, so you have to go to the details. Okay, I should not have used enter this value. Okay, rather in the day model, I would have chosen here whether it is a working or a non-working. Okay, so this is what we have created, isn't it? 8 hour workday model, and another one is we have created a non-working. Okay, so we'll be choosing this one. Okay, and let's say I will click done. Okay, same thing. Okay, if I do try to do here as well, for each an individual day model, I have to go and choose this one. Okay, click done. This is also I will choose the day model here. 8 hours work day. This is the day model. Similarly, fourth day also I will follow in the day model only. 8 hour day model. Similarly, fifth day also I will choose the day model. 8 hour this one. And sixth and seventh, let's say this is your non-working. Okay. So I will choose non-working day US. Done. Seventh day also I will choose non-working. Okay. So let me try to save it now. Okay. So now some additional. So out of 16, now we have a 9 errors. Okay. So again, there are 6, 7 errors which are very similar. So they are saying if you choose day model as a category, you cannot enter planned hours. Okay. So this planned hours you don't have to fill it up. Okay. So let's say I will be removing them. Okay. So these are the small things we have to understand. There will be peculiarities of these models. Okay. So these are all one-time activity, but only when you do, then only you'll be able to understand these things. So I will be removing all the things, whatever I have done it here. Let me keep it like this only, simple, 7 days, day model. Exactly the details, if I go here, the day model is already filled up. Whatever you see in the exercise, only these 3 columns, okay? So the day model means your day category day model, nothing else. Okay. So now let me try to save it if it is allowing me to save now. It looks very simple. Okay. Now it is done. Okay. So this is how to summarize what we have seen. We have created 2-day models today. Okay. And these 2-day models accordingly we have tried to create a work schedule. In that work schedule, we have utilized both the day model. Out of the day model, 1 day model was for the 5 days. That was for working days. Another 2 days, we have used non-working day model. And this is the typical process how a work schedule is created in a SAP SuccessFactor time tracking module. Okay, and this is one of the model. Let's say period based model. Okay, so I highly recommend you can also try with your other models and let me know the difference. What are the difference you are seeing there? Okay, or what is a simple model, what is a schedule model, right? So but this is the way how we create this day model and how we create a work schedule in success factor time tracking. Okay, so I'll take a pause now. Any reflections? Did you find it difficult, easy, or any comments, feedbacks here in this section?
Ladri, this is we have created 1 week schedule. What about the rest of 3 weeks for the whole month?
Okay. So very nice question. Can anyone other one would like to answer?
I think this is a normal shift schedule, basically normal 8 hours schedule. So there will be definitely a place in employees master data to attach this work schedule. So when we attach this work schedule, so it will automatically rotate. I think
Yeah.
that's the way it is happens to in HCM. It happens like that. Okay,
Yes.
so the same. I
Well,
think the same feature should work
mm,
here also.
so let's see to answer, clarify that question, queries. Let let me go to a profile of a employee who belongs to US. Okay. So where should I go to the work schedule? In the earlier session we have discussed. Is it not which one? Job information, isn't it? So if I go to the job information, so if I go here further, so more. So we have the time information here. So this is details about it for this person. Okay. So if I have to change anything, can anyone tell where should I change? So let's say what schedule we have a NORM what schedule. Okay, but this is what we have created. This is the what schedule we have created, isn't it? Okay, I think this is the one normal shift only. Okay, by the way, external code. Okay, if I have to
Ladri,
change anything, yes, you are saying
uh,
something.
can we go? Can we create for a whole month roster for the whole month as we have created just for a week? Can you
No.
go
This
to
is
this
you
one?
going to repeat it actually. This is not we have not created for a week actually. This is a pattern we have created. Okay, this is the pattern we have created and we can utilize it in a multiple way. Okay, so there is a concept here which we'll be learning shortly, known as I think I will highly recommend to go through this one. Okay, so there is a work schedule. How do you create a work schedule? This is general one. Another one is your individual general. You can create it, not a problem. Okay, so there is another way you will be finding. Okay, this is a temporary work schedule, that is fine. Individual work schedule is also fine, but there is something called period work schedule. Okay, so that means for the entire duration for that particular employee, if you want to update it, right? So how would you create it, that one? Okay, suppose if I'm going to for this employees, okay, so let's say for this employees the work schedule is this one. Okay, let me go there, let me see. Okay, so for this employee I can see this is the normal work schedule. Okay, and this is how this, so what actually I was showing you. Okay, the day category and everything. Okay, so this is how it has been reflected. right? If you want to change anything, okay, you have to go to the which section in that. Can anyone tell where should I change if I have to change anything related to the time? Okay, in the sense the work schedule and all, which one I have to change in this take action? Any guess? So let's say I will go to the change job. Okay, so it will be job information only. So if I have to change anything related to time information, I have to do a job information change. Okay, so I have to go here. So let's say with effective from 8th of April, I would like to change, right? And here I will be getting an option. If I scroll down a bit, so this is a standard weekly hours. That is fine. Working days fine. FTE, this is fine, right? So what else I can change here? The time information, time profile, time recording profile, holiday calendar, work schedule. Okay, so if I'm not happy with this work schedule, okay, I can see there are so many other work schedules as well, right? And which one we have created? This one we have created, isn't it? Monday to Friday US now, if I am correct. Monday to Friday US. Or which one we have created? This is a day model. What schedule is this one? I believe Monday to Friday US. This one MONFRI US. Okay. If I go here, okay, this one only we have created. Did you notice which one I'm trying to edit? Okay. So accordingly, you can update. You can come here. Okay, and you can update the work schedule. Okay. So from with effective from that particular date till you are not changing the work schedule. Let's say this work schedule, this person will continue for 4 to 5 months. Okay, so we will continue from with effective from 8th of, so I have changed with effective from 8th of April, right? So then this employee will be having a new work schedule. Okay, so from this, okay, if I go details also, okay, so now I can see the exactly the same work schedule which we have created. Okay, so it is effective from this particular date, 8 hour US, and those remaining two are the non working days, and this is how it will be looking like, exactly the way we have created. Okay, 5 days working, 2 days non working. Okay, and exactly the same way calculations. Okay, so this is a process we need to follow. You have to change in the job and compensation info, and you have to choose job information only. Okay, then only you will be able to change. Okay, so the shift, if you're doing it individually at a manually, you're doing it. Also there are other options to do it on a bulk. Okay, you can import export. Okay, but this is the way you have to choose your work schedule, and I think now you can simply save it. Okay, so is it clear, Usama, to answer your query? You don't have to create it every month or every week. Okay, and also it will follow a workflow. Okay, suppose now it has been scheduled. Okay, so you have a, in my standard system I have a workflow approval. It will go to an approver, and once they approve it, your shift will be updated. Okay, so is it clear now to answer your query, how to update it
Yes.
for a particular duration?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so let's say after a while, again your shift is changing. Okay, then you have to again change it here. But it is a cumbersome process if you're doing manually. For 1 or 2 employees, it is fine. Okay, but there are import export process which we'll be seeing in the migration. There is a migration topics coming up in the upcoming sessions where we will be seeing how do you. There are templates available. Simply that is a manufacturing process, manufacturing industry, they follow similar kind of a roster which you are talking about, and you can fill it up in advance and you can update that on a regular basis. Okay, you don't have to come to employee individually and all. Okay, so this is the standard process we need to follow. Okay, I think with this note, with this understanding, we understood the entire work schedule part of it, and in the next session we will be starting with a new topic, the time types, how to configure a time types and all. That means your different types of, whether it's a leave type and all, absences, there are various types of time types. It's an overall universal concept, whether it is a absence or attendance. Okay, so everything we will be seeing how to create. Okay, so that is something we will be starting from next session. For now, I will highly recommend just the way we have created a work schedule. You try to create other two varieties of model, okay, and also you can try with your whatever the exercises we are having in this. This is a very good guide actually. Systematically, they have mentioned everything. Okay, so you just try it and let me know if you're facing any issues. Okay. Okay, then we will stop here. If you don't have any other questions.
Niladri, if we are like in the example that you said about manufacturing industry, say we are only having a part-timer for 2 shifts in a week, and that too like a one day a morning shift and another day a night shift. Does that hours a shift get transferred from the requisition to the employee profile automatically, or every time an administrator should punch in the numbers manually?
From requisition in the sense?
Like how we recruit the person, and then the manager of that manufacturing workshop or whatever, he says that I need a person for Monday morning and Friday night shifts to be covered, and then those shifts, once they get the person, and thus then every time there's a recruitment of a new person, will the administrator has to punch the shift timings manually onto his profile, or will they come directly automatically to the profile?
So based on the time profile. So we have not talked about the time profile so far. Suppose you're having a dedicated person who will be always working on a particular shift, okay, or majority of his time he will be working in a night shift or an early morning shift, okay. In the time profile itself, during hiring, you can assign that time profile itself, okay,
Okay.
during the okay. So we will be seeing that. So that will be coming up in some of the scenario, okay. So
Okay.
whenever we're talking about time profile and all these things, it will be come up somewhere. So, but that thanks for that question. But this will be coming up somewhere. I've not seen here, but it will come up somewhere. Hmm.
O-
Yeah, please go ahead. I think we have 1 minute only.
Yeah,
Please quick.
quickly I'll finish. Is there a class coming up for us for payroll, either Indian payroll or US payroll or anything in the future?
No, as of shortly, no. So because payroll is almost stabilized, almost any sessions, most of the sessions are there. Okay, it is an
Mm-hmm.
on-demand session. Suppose somebody wants in the crash course kind of things, on demand only I do it, but not a regular sessions will not be there shortly.
Oh, all
Okay,
right.
so
Thank
EC
you. Thank you.
payroll and all the six major country payroll, we have already have good number of videos there. Okay,
Okay.
you can watch
Okay.
them. But if you have
Yeah.
any question, I'm open for question and answer. So that is
Thank you.
always
Thank you.
as
Thank
a gold or diamond member, you can
you.
always have a request, and I can take it up. Not a problem.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks for